Well, because the left, they hate this country, but they don't believe in gender. You know, I mean, they're trying to do away with gender. And they don't believe in manhood or womanhood. I mean, these are the same people who are trying to do away with women's sports, let's not forget, Tucker.
Right.
So this is a war on gender all the way around. And I think the idea of having independent men, and independent women for that matter, but independent men who would actually go to work and be responsible and contribute to their families and contribute to society, the left finds that scary because those are not the kind of people who will just be told to fall in line by the government and do whatever the government says to do. And the left doesn't want that. They don't believe in manhood at all. They think it's inherently oppressive.
You know, the gall and the audacity of these people to talk about masculinity as if they embody it. What's up, everybody? I'm Jackson White, co-founder and chief of content at Politiscope, and thank you for tuning into TYT once again today. Now, let's get into how ridiculous this is. Now, obviously, we don't need to talk too much about Fox News and how they're an obvious propaganda outlet for the Republican Party and the far right wing, and how everything they do is about the left and the right and the culture war. That's not what this video is about. This video is about masculinity and how the far right wing, especially the pundits and the figures on the right, do not represent masculinity. You see, the party that's always pointing the finger and blaming everybody else for the reasons why there's no jobs and the reasons why there's no upward mobility and the reasons why, men just don't have the same type of access that they used to have. That is not masculine. That's not masculine. Masculinity is taking full responsibility. Masculinity is being in control of your emotions. Yes. And we all know that the far right is so in control of their emotions. Yes. Those men who are all over, everybody's comments on social media, slut shaming women for having opinions and having a little bit of independence today because they can't get any dates. You see, that's masculinity. Pointing the finger at women and saying, you know what? It's these modern day women. That's why I can't get laid. That's why none of the women I'm interested in are interested in me. It's because of them and the left. You see, that's I pointed to the right and the left. Well, I don't know if it's reversed on this video, but you know what I'm getting at. You see, it's not my fault. Again, masculinity, taking ownership, having emotional self-control, and other things he alluded to, being ambitious, taking a stand. However, let's not kid ourselves when we're talking about the Republican Party and what really, really runs it, which is corporate corruption. And obviously that's on the Democratic side as well. But today we're talking about the GOP. The corporate corruption, cutting taxes for the wealthiest among us, cutting taxes for corporations, refusing to pay any more, eliminating benefits programs, wanting to get rid of Social Security, things like that. Is that masculine? No, that's a leg up. That's called getting something for nothing. That's called not having to work hard for what you earn. So again, and Tucker Carlson, a frozen foods heir whose hands are probably as soft as a baby's ass, ain't never had to work no real hard job in his life. Maybe he has for real, but he's an actor. And this man talking about, flabby dad bod guy talking about masculinity. Come on. As if left-wingers aren't busting their ass every day trying to make ends meet and pay their bills. People work hard, and it's not a thing, well, men just don't want to work these days. No, the jobs suck. But of course, we're talking about Fox News, and we're talking about Republicans, and so they're not going to focus on the issues. They're simply going to continue the culture war by any means necessary.